Hello friends, how are you doing out there? It's great to be back with you after a long gap because of my illness. I have recovered. Thanks for your good wishes and your concern and your messages through the customer support and on my social media accounts, etc. I truly appreciate your concern for me. I hope that there are going to be no further disruptions or in any way any delays in me getting back on the job a full 100%. I'm a lot more leaner and hopefully a lot more meaner in the trading ideas and investment ideas that I will be providing here on. Now today's video is about a very scary development that I noticed last week while I was convalescing in bed and recouping from a bout of extreme weakness. I am talking about the ransomware attack on the Colonial pipeline in the USA, in the Georgia headquartered company that is responsible for transporting 3 million barrels of energy per day from Texas to New Jersey. Now this pipeline is all of 5,500 miles, which is close to 8,000 kilometers in length and is a multi-layered pipeline, which means it can transport more than just one class of fuel because fossil fuels don't really mix and match too well. So a single pipeline can transport multiple fuels. And 45% of the entire east coast of America's energy requirements are met by the Colonial pipeline itself. Now, a group of hackers calling themselves the dark side basically claim to have hit the oil pipeline's computer network with malware/ransomware. And these were an unknown body of hackers, but completely, as per the FBI, completely hands-on, clued on and experienced about such attacks from the savvy manner in which they brought the pipeline to its knees. Those of you who watch Western English movies would remember a very dark movie called Die Hard 4. It starred Bruce Willis and Timothy Olyphant, and how a computer hacker brings America down to its knees by attacking utilities, the electrical grid, the oil grid, the traffic system, television networks, etc., etc. Now, this is a very chilling development, and this is something that we oil and gas traders will have to learn to live with. If you are a weekly cash alert subscriber, you would realize the kind of tough time we had in 2020 and 2021 when we entered into natural gas and crude oil contracts, and especially in the case of natural gas, we had to really wait and slog it out before we could actually book profits. And book profits we did in the second tranche of exceeding 65% return on investment, which means that what will make you money in trading these commodities is, number one, your conviction in ability to stay in a trade. Number two, your capital account, which will ensure that you stick in the trade because of the span and mark-to-market margin requirements. Now, what I'm basically trying to tell you is that my outlook for fossil fuels remains unchanged. I have been talking about how I'm skeptical. I'm not only skeptical, but I'm also amused by all this talk about $100 a barrel of oil, which is being projected as a target, and natural gas being projected. These are all kite-flying numbers which cost no money at all in somebody to basically just project and throw numbers around like you're throwing a dart at a dartboard with your blindfold on. Now, I've heard reports of $5, $7, and $8 per million British thermal units of natural gas because this oil pipeline and gas networks have been brought down to their knees. But you need to ask yourself, in addition to the Colonial oil pipeline, I'm sure you must have, you must have you must have read about the friction going on in the Gaza area between the Israel Defense Forces and the Palestinians. More than 1,000 rockets were fired on Wednesday alone, which should have basically sent oil and gas prices higher. But oil prices refused to even scale the 70 mark. Forget about go to 75, 80 or 100. Now you have the Colonial oil pipeline on one hand and the strife in Gaza on the other hand simultaneously, and yet you're seeing oil and gas prices refuse to really run away. Which means the long-term blueprint that I have advocated to you in the morning and weekend mailers, etc., that I think this is all kite flying, remain valid. What has basically changed is that in the long-term blueprint that we have in mind, there will be bouts of extreme volatility as and when these ransomware or malware attacks and geopolitical strife comes in. There will be temporary blips up, which you will have to weather and take it on the chin. I hope that this opportunity provided by the Colonial pipeline issue as well as the strife in the Gaza area, although the loss of life is extremely regrettable, but we as traders are not aligned with any political / religious issue. We are basically discussing only the markets here, and I would request you to keep your comments only related to the markets rather than make political or religious statements in the comment section. So we are basically trying to find opportunities as and when they present themselves, and I think opportunities will lie in choosing a plum price and shorting the markets. To those who are not even subscribers of my weekly cash alert service but just watch my free videos, I don't mind sharing the broader picture with you, but of course the exact timing of the trade will only be provided to the premium subscribers of the weekly cash alert service. Friends, I assure you, I will endeavor to get as active as possible, as soon as possible, and see to it that there are no disruptions, God willing, and barring any unforeseen circumstances. I feel great to be with you again, and I hope that this is going to basically kick off a consistency that you have been used to from me in the past. Do take very good care of yourself, your health, your trades, your family, and investments. Before I sign off from this video, I request you to click like on this video if you liked what you saw, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so, and help me reach out to fellow like-minded investors and traders by referring my video to your family and friends. Have a very, very profitable day. Vijay Bambwani signing off for now. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.